ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ओम सूक्तम 9 मंडलम 7 वसिष्ठ मैत्रावरुणि ऋषि देवता अग्नि छंदस्तृष्टु अबोधियार उषसामुपस्थात्. Soul of Agni is the consumer of all bodies, is a sacrificer, is pleasant, is most wise, and is a purifier. Standing by the side of Usha, dawn, he awakens all living creatures. He upholds the flame of both types of living creatures. To enlightened souls, he gives sacrificial gifts, and to virtuous men, all kinds of wealth. Agni is the consumer of dead bodies. He is the enjoyer of living bodies. He upholds energy of both types of living forms, gross and imaginary. With this clarification, the Rig should become meaningful to all. 7.9.2 Sasukradar yo vidura paninam. Who uncovers the door for the miserly bargainers? That very intelligent, pleasant performer of sacrifice, Agni, who is dear to the house, is seen to be the remover of darkness of the nights of his subjects, showing the ray of light containing many enjoyments. Agni impels a stingy bargainer to make sacrifices. Different kinds of Agni provides comfort for mankind. Soul of Agni, revealing self-knowledge by removing darkness of ignorance, bestows happiness, bliss associated with Brahman. 7.9.3 Amura Kaviraditir Vivaswan. Non-ignorant, wise Agni, who is a devourer, is diffuser of light, is seated well, is a friend, is a guest, is auspicious, and is having variegated lustre, shines for us before dawn every day. He enters the roaring womb of the waters, namely the cloud. The cloud acts as the womb of water vapor, which carries heat, latent heat of vaporization of water, a form of Agni. First part of the Rig needs no elaboration. Ilenyu o manusho yugeshu. 7.9.4 O spiritual Agni, you are worthy of adoration of mankind in all yugas, which means at all times. He, a knower of all born beings, going to an assembly, illumines all. He shines with lustre, which is beautiful to look at. Auspicious speeches awaken well-kindled Agni. All Agni illumines every assembly of sacrificers, or all types of sacrifices, gross, subtle, and spiritual. Auspicious Vedic hymns awaken Agni both in the subtle and spiritual sense. Agre yahi dutyam ma. 7.9.5 Agni, O Agni, please go to the self as our ambassador and do not harm us. With host of Vedic mantras offered by me, please go to enlightened source. May you unite us with Saraswati, Marut, Ashwins, waters, and shining beings for giving us the best jewel. May Agni and other shining beings mentioned in the Rig lead the sacrificers to self-knowledge. This is the prayer contained in the Rig. Last stroke in the Sukta, 7.9.6. Tvamagne samidhano pasishto jarutham. O knower of all born beings, I am kindling you well, who is most excellent. Destruction of the decaying force, meaning I feeling, unites us with munificence for wealth. Please approach shining beings with many praiseful hymns. May you protect us always with prosperity. Ignorance of truth is the cause of decay and death of physical bodies, and hence I feeling associated with one's own body. By destruction of ignorance, one attains the ageless Atma, which is the greatest wealth. We go to the next Suktam 10 from Sage Vasishtha again, Devada Agni Chandas Trushtu. Usho Najara Pruthupajo Ashret. 7.10.1. Soul of Agni, who is like a consumer of dawn, is heard as far shining. He shines even far away. He is resplendent. He is shining with splendor, is mighty, is a purifier, and is reddish brown in color. He is shining with splendor, stimulating intelligence. Desiring their welfare, he awakens all to activity. Agni reduces the radiance of dawn. Agni, the sun, shines from the distant place. Agni activates the mind and body of all human beings. He inspires intelligence in man. 10.2. Swarna Vastorusasamaroji. Soul of Agni shines like the sun at the dawn of the day, desiring the welfare of all, extending the sacrifice. Invokers meditate on him. Knower of all births, messenger of the self, liberal dawn and resplendent Agni, going towards enlightened souls, moves about everywhere in various ways or paths. First part of the Ruk should be clear enough. In all living creatures, Agni stays with the self within the heart space. So he is a knower of all born beings. He moves closer to enlightened souls by revealing his own nature. Achagiro Madayo Devayandi. 10.3. These devotional hymns, which desire the company of enlightened souls, praying for all kinds of wealth, move towards Agni. He is beautiful to look at, is having a good appearance, is a good unfolder of knowledge, is the conveyor of sacrificial oblations, and is the master of all human beings. This mostly contains attributes of Agni which have already been dealt with one time or other before. These hymns move towards that threefold Agni. Indram no Agne Vasubhis Sajosha. 7.10.4. O spiritual Agni, you please convey to us Indra along with the Vasus, serving one another equally. The great Rudra along with other Rudras, Aditi, the mother of all born beings, along with her sons, and Brihaspati, cherished by all, along with other phrasers. The Ruk is self-explanatory. Last Ruk in the Sukla, 7.10.5. Mandram Hodaram Shijo Yavishtham. his subjects desiring the welfare of all. Invoke Atmiya Agni, who is pleasant, he is acceptor of sacrifice and is ever youthful in non-violent sacrifices. He is the protector of earth and also of all kinds of wealth. He becomes the ever-alert messenger for invoking shining beings. Agni gives energy to all creatures on the earth and non-living luminous objects in the space. For acquiring wealth, energy is needed. Thus, Agni is the protector of earth and wealth. He acts as a messenger to Atma for enlightened souls. Next is again another Agni Suktam, Suktam 11 from sage Vasishtha Maitra Varune Chandas Trushto. Maha Asya Dharasya Pragedo. O soul of Agni, you are the great intelligence of a knowledge sacrifice. You delight in Dhruta. Please come here with the chariot along with all other shining beings and be seated as the foremost performer of sacrifice. Agni, soul of energy, is behind every sacrifice or every activity of both mind and body of all living creatures. He is one of the guardians of Ruta. Without him, no sacrifice can be performed, whether it is gross, subtle or spiritual type. A performer of sacrifice cannot function without that Agni within him. Tvamilase adiram dutyaya. 11.2. O spiritual Agni, those mortal men who are offerers of oblations always invoke you, who is rapid moving for carrying message. When Agni is seated in his seat in the place of sacrifice along with enlightened souls, then the days become very auspicious for the performer of sacrifice. No comments on this. 11.3. Trishchilakso pra chikitur vasuni. 11.3. O spiritual Agni, whoever gives various articles to you 3 times daily at the beginning, middle and end of the day, for the sake of that oblation offering mortal, please unite enlightened souls to him there, acting like a human messenger. May you be our protector from our slanderers. May Agni bring shining beings or enlightened souls to this knowledge sacrifice. Rest of the Rig may not need any explanation. 11.4. Agniri Ishe Brihato Adharasya. Agni is the master of the great non-violent sacrifice. He is also the master of all prepared oblations. Excellent men enjoy his intelligence because enlightened souls uphold that bearer of sacrificial oblations. Agni was the master of the great sacrifice of creation of the universe. Enlightened souls uphold Agni, the soul of energy, who leads them to Atma. For that reason, seekers of truth uphold Agni or knowledge of Agni. Last look in the sutta. Agni Maha Haviradhyaya Devan. O spiritual Agni, please bring all the shining beings or enlightened souls for consuming the offerings. Led by Indra, may they delight here. Please give this oblation or hymn to enlightened souls. May you always protect us with prosperity. No explanation may be necessary on this. We go to the next suktam on Agni from sage Vasishtha Maitra Varuni in Trushtup Chanda again. Agannamaha Namasa Yavishtham. We approach with great reverence Agni, who is shining well kindled in his own house. He is youthful, he is present inside the vast space and earth, he is of variegated splendor, he is honored with sacrifice, and he wanders about everywhere. Agni energy appears in different forms in the space, in the atmosphere, and on the earth, each one having its own splendor. One form of Agni moves from one living body to another continuously. Samahna Vishwa Duridani. That knower of all born beings, who overcomes all evils by his greatness, is being glorified in this house by this praise. May that Agni protect us from all sins and disgraceful acts. May he protect us who are praisers and are liberal donors. No comments on this. Last look in the Sukta 7.12.3. Tvam Varuna Udamitro Agni Tvam. O spiritual Agni, you are associated with Varuna and also Mitra. Excellence make you grow by auspicious hymns. May we obtain the wealth that is in you. Please always protect us with prosperity. Agni activates imaginary entities, Mitra and Varuna. All forms, physical or gross, and imaginary, are as good as dead without Agni. So, Agni is being said to be Varuna and Mitra here. These hymns glorify that Agni. We go to Suktam 13. Shri Vaisishtha Maitra Varuni Devata Vaishwanara Agni Chandas Trushtu. This is another prayer type of Suktam on Vaishwanara Agni. Pragnaye Vishwashuche Dhiyam The 7.13.1. O invokers, prepare thought-provoking prayer for Agni, who is the purifier of all, is the upholder of intelligence, and is the destroyer of the wicked or evil thoughts. For the progress of discriminating persons, I prepare delightful praises as oblations for Vaishwanara Agni in this sacrificial place. No clarification on this necessary. 13.2. Tvamagni shojisha shoshuchana arodasi. O soul of Agni, manifesting yourself, you shine, filling the space and earth well with your brilliance. O knower of all born beings, Vaishwanara, by your greatness you free enlightened souls from slanderers. Enlightened souls are freed from ignorance by Vaishwanara. Perceiver I is a product of ignorance due to perception of duality in the form of perceiver and perceived. 7.13.3. Jato yadagne bhuvana vyakhya. O Vaishwanara Agni, when manifesting within hearts of living beings for looking after their welfare, you move about as their impeller, like a cowherd protecting his cattle. Please attend to the singer of Vedic hymns. May you always protect us with prosperity. This is the last stroke in this Sukta 13. Vaishvanaragni, within the hearts of living creatures, keep them alive and active as explicitly stated in this stroke. He encourages a praiser to prepare Vedic hymns. He impels each living creature to exhibit its natural qualities. We go to the next Suktam 14 on Agni from sage Vasishtha, Maitra Varune, Brihadi Trushtu. Samidha Jatavedase Devaya. We serve oblations to resplendent knower of all born beings, Agni, with good fuel, which are worthy of invocation of shining beings, and with oblations of food materials for Agni, who is shining with pure radiance. The first type of oblation implies a knowledge sacrifice, and the second one to a grass sacrifice. With this clarification, meaning of the rig should become clear. 7.14.2 Vayam te Agni Samidha Vidhema. O Agni, we serve you with good fuel. O praiseworthy Agni, we serve you with good praises. O performer of sacrifice, we serve you with ghee. O resplendent Agni, having auspicious luster, we serve you with hymns of praise as oblations. Different types of sacrifices are being dealt with in this specifically. 7.14.3 last stroke in the Sukta. Anu Deve Bhirupa Devahudim Agne. O Agni, enjoying this invocation of enlightened souls, please come here along with shining beings. May we be sharers of oblations with resplendent you. May you protect us always with prosperity. No explanation on this. We go to Suktam 15 on Devata Agni, Rishi, Vasishtha, Maitra Varune, Chandas Gayatri. Rigs in this Sukta are rather simple, not needing much elaboration. Upasadhyaya Melusha Asye. It's 15.1. O sacrificers, pour oblation in his face or mouth for that liberal donor Agni, who is to be approached respectfully and who is our very close acquaintance. This rik is indicative of the fact that Agni is the subject matter of the Sukta. Ya Panja Charshani Rabhi 7.15.2 Sano Vedo Amatyam Agni 7.15.3 May that Agni, who is a sage, is the lord of the house, is youthful, is seated in every house for the sake of 5 kinds of living creatures, and who is knowing the inmate of the same house within the bodies of ours, protect us from all sins or sinful thoughts. Here house may imply heart of a living creature. 5 kinds of living creatures are those born from earth, from sweat, from egg, from womb, and from the mind. Inmate of the house is Atma. With these clarifications, implied meaning of the root should become clear. Navam Nustomam Agnaye Diva. A new hymn is being generated for Agni, who is moving in the space like a speedy hawk. He gives abundant riches to us. Sparha yasya shriyo drishe 15.5 Somam vedu vashat kritim 15.6 May the Agni, whose luster is beautiful to look at, who shines as the most prominent performer of the sacrifice, like the wealth abounding in heroes, who is invoke-worthy and is conveyor of sacrificial oblations, enjoy our speeches or hymns. May he be conscious of this uttered speech. In every sacrifice, Agni has the most important role to play. He accepts all kinds of oblations, gross, subtle and spiritual, and conveys them to shining beings appropriately. Nitva Nakshya Vishpade Dyumantam 15.7 O Agni, you are easily approachable, Lord of all born subjects, resplendent and invoked by sacrificers. I meditate on you, who is shining and is a good hero. The Rag refers to Agni, who is the soul of energy. 15.8 Krava Usrascha Didihi. O Agni, you shine in the night as well as in the day, so that we shall be with you always. Desiring us, you are our hero. Upatva Sataye Naro 15.9 O Agni, very learned leaders of men approach you with intelligence for delight. Hundreds of letters or undecaying praises approach you. Intelligent or discriminating men meditate on Agni for enjoying bliss associated with Brahman. Agni Rakshamsi Sedhati 15.10 Atmiya Agni, who is having white luster, is immortal, is pure, and is invoke-worthy, drives away the wicked or evil thoughts. Sano Radham Sya Bhareshana 7.15.11 O offspring of a mighty father, as you are the master of all, please bring all kinds of wealth. May Bhaga give us desirable wealth. Tvamagne Veeravad Yasho Devascha Savita Bhaga. O Agni, please give us renown consisting of heroic followers. May resplendent Savita and Bhaga and Diti give us the desired wealth. Self-realization brings renown as well as followers even in those days. Agni Rakshano Amhasa Pradi. O resplendent, undecaying Agni, please protect us from sins or sinful thoughts. Please burn all those who are harmful to us with very hot flames. 7.15.4 Atha Mahina. O invincible Agni, please become 100-fold fortifications, which are strong as though made of iron, for us and for the protection of all men. May Agni provide many protective covers to protect the sacrificers from harms, real or imaginary. They could come from external sources or internally created by one's own thoughts and deeds. No comments are given on tricks which are self-explanatory in this sutta. Oh, there is one more sutta, and one more look. 15.5. Tvamma pahyam haso. Oh, not to be trifled with, illuminer of the dark Agni, please protect us from sins and also from dangerous men. Now we go to Suktam 16. Suktam 16. Rishi Vasishtha Maitravarani Devata Agni Chandas Brihati Sato Brihati Enamo Agnim Namasortyo Napatama Hue. O invokers, for you I glorify with this hymn Agni, who is the son of a powerful father. He is dear, he is most conspicuous, he is a good mover, he is easily invocable, he is the ambassador of all, and is deathless. The fact that this sukta is devoted to Agni is stated here. 16.2. Sa yojate arusha vishwabhojasa. I glorify that resplendent Agni who unites all with his nourishing reddish brown rays. He is a quick mover, he is easily invoked. He is an object of good Vedic hymn. He is a performer of sacrifice. He is tranquil and is the wealth of the dwellers of houses and other human subjects. Many qualities attributed to Agni are mentioned here, which requires no additional explanation. 16.3. Udasya Shujir Asthad. The reddish brown splendor of the most bountiful Agni, who is being invoked, rises up touching the sky. As leaders of men kindle Agni well, smoke also comes up. No explanation may be necessary on this look and the next one. Tam tva dutam krinmahe Shastamam. O son of a mighty father, I make you, who is most renowned, our ambassador to Atma. Please convey shining beings here for their enjoyment. When we request you, then please give us all riches that are fit for enjoyment of mortals. 16.5. Tvamagne grihapadistvam hodano adhare. O worshipped by all soul of Agni, you are the master of the house in our non-violent knowledge sacrifice, in which you are the performer, is the purifying priest, and is most wise. Please unite us with the most enjoyable wealth and enjoy it yourself. 16.6. Kridhi Ratnam Yajamanaya Sukrato. O highly intelligent Agni, please make or bestow the best jewel for the performer of sacrifice, as you are the upholder of the best jewel. Sharpen all our sacrifices in Ruta. You also make him who is your praiser very clever. Most excellent wealth implies self-knowledge. best jewel also means the same. Agni is being requested to show the reality, or rather unreality, of nature. Sixteen point 7. Ve Agme Swahuta Priyasa. O well invoked Agni, may the scholars find favor in you. So also abundantly rich men, who are grantors of gifts, or grantors of extensive lands or speeches, or herds of cows to people. Yesha Mila Ghrutahasta Durona. 16.8. O subduer of enemies Agni, you please protect him in whose house the offering is filling you, like a lady sitting with her hands smeared with ghee, from harmful men and also from deriders. To us you please bring prosperity which is renowned far and wide. Samandraya cha jihvaya vahnirasa. O Agni, you are extremely difficult to be overcome and are bearer of oblations with your delightful face like flames. May you bring us wealth also. Moreover, may you encourage a giver of oblations. These may not need any further clarifications. 7.16.12 10. Ye radham siddhatyasvya. O youthful Agni, please protect them who, with the desire of great renown, gives gifts consisting of horses and other riches, from sins or evil thoughts, with protective powers consisting of hundreds of fortifications. Agni is being requested to give protection and prosperity to his devotees. 16.11. Devo no Dravinoda Purnam. O invokers, giver of wealth, resplendent Agni desires a person who surrenders or thrown oneself fully. So you soak him or fill him up to cherish him, or only then resplendent Agni will carry you to the self. One who meditates on Agni, surrendering his own self, or ego or I feeling, Agni leads that person to birthless Brahman. Last of the Sukta. 16. Tam Hodaramadhvarasya. Enlightened souls made spiritual Agni acceptor of sacrifice, who is extremely wise and is the bearer of non-violent sacrifices. Agni gives the best jewel, having great strength, to men who serve him and are offerers of oblations. Enlightened souls make use of Agni as a conveyor to take them to Atma. He reveals the self-knowledge to them. That is the best jewel. Now we go to Suktam 17. Rishi Vasishtha Maitravarni Devata Agni Chandas Dvipada Trushtu. 17.1. Agni Bhava Susamidha Samitha. O Agni, may you be well kindled with good fuel. Let your light diffuse to a great distance. Obviously, the Suktam is on Agni. As made out by this Rik. 17.2 Udadvara Ushatirvi. Then men desirous of knowledge may open the door so that Agni may bring here enlightened souls who desire the welfare of all. When seekers of Atma uncover Agni, the soul of energy, he brings self-knowledge through enlightened souls. Agni vihi havisha yakshi. O knower of all born beings, soul of Agni, please go towards enlightened souls and unite them with oblations. In this way, you make this non-violent sacrifice your own. Agni is being requested to act as acceptor. And distributor of oblations to enlightened souls. Swadhara karati jasaveda. 17.4 Knower of all born beings makes this non-violent sacrifice his own. May he unite enlightened souls with this hymn and protect it. Vamsva Vishwa Varyani Pracheta. 17.5 O wise Agni, please give us all admirable wealth. May our prayers become fruitful now itself. Admirable wealth is self-knowledge. No other explanation may be necessary on these rigs. Tvamukte dathire havyavaham. 17.6 O Agni, enlightened souls consider you, the son of a powerful father, as the conveyor of sacrificial oblations. Enlightened souls consider sacrificial fire as the conveyor of gross or physical oblations. Agni, the soul of energy, is thought of as the conveyor of Vedic hymns to the self. 17.7 The last rik in the Sukta. Te te devaya dashata syama. O spiritual Agni, may the sacrificers become offerers of gifts to the resplendent you. Being begged by us, you, who is great, may please give us the best jewel. Best jewel always implies self-knowledge. With this, we conclude this session. Viramastavat.